Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm delighted to be back, and if you're just checking it out, you're highly welcome, and to all the existing subscribers, you're welcome as well. And do engage with me in the comment section if you like the things that I share, and then subscribe if you have not yet done so. Share the content of my channel for others to benefit from it. Okay, so as the title of today's video suggests, I just want to share my journey with my first mammogram ever. Okay, I can smile about it now, but in the days and weeks and months leading to today, it wasn't pleasant at all. And the mammogram that I did today was not just a routine mammogram. There were events that led to it, and that's why I want to share with everyone. So towards the end of 2021, I was having this persistent itching on my right breast, like very bad itching. And anytime I was in the shower, whenever water touched the place, the itch would just increase in degree. And I wouldn't want to scratch it because I don't want blisters and wound, to develop from the itching side. So I'll just endure. Sometimes I'll use sponge to scratch so hard. And over time, it was developing, the itching side was developing some kind of scale, like eczema. It was developing scale and eczema, and it got so bad I didn't know what to do. So December 2021, I went to see our family GP, and the woman was like, how old was I? I told her my age, and she was like, have I ever done mammogram before? I said no. She's like, by reason of age, I should have mammogram done. So she prescribed a cream for me. So the GP prescribed this cream. It's a prescription cream. You can't just buy it over the counter to use. So I was using the cream, and within a few days and few weeks, I got relieved. Like the itching was gone. The site that was dry and scaly, that appeared like old dried wound, the scar disappeared. Everything was okay, and I forgot about it. Meanwhile, she has already given me a referral note to booked me for mammogram to go and see the radiologist. Okay, that was December 2021, but it was Christmas time. Everybody has gone on holiday, so she advised that I do that early 2022. So 2022 came. We are still in 2022. At the whole of January, I didn't really pay attention to the whole thing. But then I discontinued using this cream. So what happened? The itch came back so strong, and not only the itching, even the scab, the wound-like lesion also came back. So I remember that, I was supposed to go for I was supposed to visit a radiologist. I was supposed to have that checked up. So unfortunately, I had a similar cream, and because my name was on that cream also, I was using a wrong cream when the itching came back. And with the wrong cream, there was no, the situation was not amending. It was, the itch continued, and I'm like, I'm using cream, why is it not healing? I think I've used the wrong cream for like a week before I realized my folly that I was using the wrong cream. So because of the return of the itch, I went to look for the GP's prescription note, and so I went to book. Meanwhile, before I did the booking, the itching was so bad. My head was doing a lot of calculation. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Why is it that this thing could not just go away? Why does it have to go away? Because I was using cream. So one night I was studying, just doing some research. And that thing was like, why don't you take the help of Google? So if you worried about your breast itching, worried about something else, the first thing that will come to your mind obviously was breast cancer. So I just I just typed in Google early signs of breast cancer. I don't know what I was looking for, but curiosity, being the curious person that I am, I just needed to satisfy my curiosity. So I typed in those words. And one of the signs of early breast cancer was itchiness, scab-like, scab-like lesions on the breast. And you have no idea what I was going through that night. It was horrible. I was destabilized. It's like everything was crashing down right before my eyes. I'm like, breast cancer? Where did I get that from? So, yeah. And I kept on, from that day, I was doing research upon research upon research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and some pictures, and every day was torture. So, February, I went to book the appointment. Unfortunately, the radiologist center is always very busy. So when I went in February, my mind was that within 3 days or within a week, I would get an appointment. My appointment was 5 weeks or 6 weeks later. Guys, you don't want to know what those 6 weeks were like. Those 6 weeks were torture. Like, the 6 weeks were torturous for me. Like, my mind was just racing. My mind was racing. So, of course, I went back to using this cream. And of course, the itchiness and the scab disappeared. But you don't know what was going on in my mind. So March 22 seemed to be like a very long time. And I was thinking, what if not? What if not? It was just so torturous for me. So a week to today, because I did the mammogram today, a week to today, I'm like, I'm going to have positive mind. I'm going to have positive mind. I was praying, I was singing, I was thanking God, I was doing so many things. I tried to shift my attention away from it, but all that is a lie, because at the back of my mind, I know what was going on. So, I think a few days ago, I remembered one story my mom told us about her mom, how she had breast issue when she gave birth to her last kids, which were twins. But then that was not breast cancer, because I'm talking about in the 1960s. She was taken to a local healer and they used herbs and all those things, and she got healed. Everything was okay. According to my mom, I think her mom stayed with the local healer for almost a year, and the local healer, was putting different herbs, and over time she was okay. Everything was okay, and my grandmother lived up until 85 before she passed in 2005. So I was thinking, my grandmother had breast issues, but I don't think that was cancer though. So that was like 3, 4, 5 days ago when I remember that story. So today was my appointment day, and all morning I tried to stay positive. So I told myself that, what if this thing is positive? What will I do? A lot of things were going on in my mind. I told myself, if indeed I had issues, I'm a child of God. I would tell God to make my case a special case and turn it into testimony. I believe in miracle. But then in my mind, I'm like, it's easier said than done. If this thing were to turn out the way you are hoping it will be, you're going to break down. You won't even be able to drive back home. My head was just filled with so many things. So as I was driving down for my appointment, music was playing in the car and I was singing along. Momentarily, the music stopped. And when the music stopped, you won't believe that my heart, I was having serious palpitation. I didn't know it. I was having serious palpitation, and I just told myself that, wow. So my body was already preparing for the worst. So the palpitation was so intense. I was having palpitation. Thank God my hands were steady on the steering. So the palpitation was so intense, and I'm like, this worry has actually got into my subconscious. So it doesn't matter what I tell myself. It doesn't matter, the bold face I put up. Subconsciously, the worry was already deeply seated. Okay, so I managed to get to the Women Wellness Center that is in Parkland, Johannesburg. Yeah, that's where I went to, and unfortunately, I still have to do a lot of paperwork. I was watching my hand as I was filling the formalities, filling the forms. I'm like, okay, my hand is steady. I'm not shaking. I'm pretty much stable. Let me see how far I can handle it by myself. So I filled all the formalities, did everything, yet my mind was just racing. And my appointment was for 4 p.m., but it was a little bit late. I think I was called around quarter past 4. That 15 minutes of waiting was not doing anything nice to my body. I was so tensed. So eventually I went in for the mammogram. The pictures were taken. It's pretty much simple. It's a simple procedure. It's not invasive. It's really much easier. I think before I left the mammogram room, I got a glimpse of the pictures. I didn't ask for the pictures. I got a glimpse of the pictures, and I was seeing so many things. I'm like, could that be a culprit? There was one white, one aggregate of white tissues in one part, and I'm like, I hope that was not a culprit. So I just left, and they're like, okay, mammogram is done. Wait for the doctor, and you're going to do ultrasound again. The waiting period again was hectic for me. So the doctor came, and there came the news. The doctor was like, your mammogram, we couldn't pick up anything, everything is okay, but now you need to do ultrasound. Ultrasound can pick up what mammogram could not pick up. So another round, ultrasound, just like they do pregnancy ultrasound and all that stuff. So the doctor did the ultrasound, and he's like, everything is fine, everything is okay. You have no idea how meaningful those words were to me. Like, everything is fine, everything is okay, but you can still come for routine checkup every 1 or 2 years. And in my mind, I'm like, that is doable, I can do that. But hearing the doctor say that is okay, because going for that checkup, it was like, it's either or, it's either ways. And I'm just using this moment to stand with everyone that is going through a difficult time like that. Like, you go for such a checkup and you are hoping, you praying that the outcome will be negative, and it wasn't negative. I couldn't imagine what moment could have been like, because I tried as much as possible to be mentally prepared, for the outcome to be unpleasant. I don't think there is level of preparedness that can actually prepare one for such bad news. So I'm using this moment to just stand with people that are going through such bad phases. Like, they go for such checkup, and the news just came, and they come crashing down. So the doctor told me that everything was okay, and I was thanking God from the moment I got into the car, like, not in my mind, verbally in the car. I was just thanking God, saying, God, thank you. But how many people that they could not even drive themselves back home after hearing such? How many people have been, it's like their whole world has come crashing down. So as much as I was praising God, I was also thinking of people that are on the other side of the coin, whose life literally flashed before them on hearing the news that their test that their test was positive for cancer. So yeah, we need to really stand with those people that are going through those tough times, in our prayers, in our thoughts, and whichever way we can support them. So I told myself that I'm going to share this journey. It's a journey of 3-4 months, and it's just scared me. And what were the lessons that I learned from it? It's important that we as women will listen to our bodies, and we should not take our health for granted. Even if it is something minor, go have it checked out. Make sure that you are on top of your health, and you do not allow anything to slip. Don't dismiss anything. And even if it were to be something like cancer, earlier detection, we've heard, we've read, we've learned, is the only way out. And secondly, it made me realize how big worry is. That thing has got into my subconscious. it has got into my subconscious. I tried to bring myself out of that subconscious state of being so worried about it. But we are talking of 6 weeks of waiting. Every day I was thinking about it. I'll try to counter it, but the worry was there. Fear got the better part of me. And sometimes, as much as we are curious, we want to learn. Imagine me checking on Google, and the things that Google brought out as early signs were the signs that I had. And it wasn't. So sometimes we should not believe everything we read. Google said this, it must be that. Let's still have it checked up medically. So that's what I just wanted to share today, how scared I was since late 2021, and this is March 2022 when I have my mammogram done. So if you are in your 40s, it's advisable you have mammogram done routinely. And if you have history of people who have had breast cancer in your family, please do have it checked out. Let us not ignore our health. It is very, very important to be on top of it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you. If you do like this video, engage with me in the comment section. Do share it for other people to learn, and do like this video. Until I see you in my next video, bye.